we are now continuing our interviews, and I've got Enrica Fantuzzi here, the head of design of one of the most well-established brands of children fashion in Italy and globally, Twinset. And you've been here at Pitti Bimbo. I don't know whether you've been here every edition. It's I don't know, but whenever one comes to Florence, Twinset is very visible and very impressive. This is obviously now the 85th edition of Pitti. So Pitti is an important trade fair for you in terms of presenting your new collection, but in terms of taking orders as well?
Taking orders, meet new clients, and just have new contact and meet our client. It's now like a moment, even a moment where all our staff and our clients are together, and we can make an exchange between the information from the market and
it feels a bit like, it's very hot in Florence. I don't know, it's 35, 36 degrees or something like that. But still, it feels, this Pitti in the summer especially feels a bit like a picnic. You're coming here, you're meeting, the industry is not that big, or like a party. You meet lots of people you know.
Exactly.
And that's obviously very, very conducive for a good conversation, and that is important because you have a good exchange of ideas.
Important.
Tell me about your latest collection, which you are presenting. What has changed? What has been your focus? What did you see as the wish of the consumer? What have you done?
Our inspiration for this summer is we imagine the journey of a little caterpillar that decided to go up a mountain, and it's a sort of dream. You want to reach this mountain, but the journey is very difficult because it's a little caterpillar, and the distance is very long and hard for him. And this is a metaphor. Our little baby start this journey, her journey towards the teenage and the hair growing up. And so this little caterpillar starts its journey, and during the journey meets other little animals like ladybug that represent our part of the collection, especially for the colors and the graphism, like the polka dots.
Okay.
And
colors? Which colors are,
the red,
yes,
and the white.
Okay.
But in the first part, and then we can find a pattern with flower print, with flowers.
So flowers are really getting quite prominent.
That represent all the flora that you found during this journey, But the base of the pattern is red, and it's mixed, and our look is proposed with a mix between these romantic patterns with stripes poplin that comes from the word of the shirt, even from the masculine word, but with the embroidery with flowers, so it's our mix and match. We always use this kind of combination.
The floral theme has been important for quite some time, hasn't it? Or when tell me more. When it's you see some other labels here where floral suddenly is quite important too. But you started a bit earlier.
Very, very important for us. I mean, we in our history about our brand, the flower is, I think, is the most representative pattern and print for our collection. From the roses, and the roses is our flower, and from the little flowers like a false. Non so in inglese. Okay.
But that's your kind of starting point, and the flower itself, and that's what
it represents our brand.
Yes, absolutely.
Even other brands,
yes.
But for us it's very important the matching flower with something that is a little out of stripes. It seems like outside, but you can always find a combination between something that is so strange, but in
you know, next time we do an interview, you know, on your stand, and because then you can, you know, show and the various.
Because the twin set was born with a look. And there is a mix and match. It's like a DNA of our brand. To mix the feminine with the masculine, the graphism with the flower or something more romantic. And this is our soul.
Yeah, but you change fabrics as well, don't you? Or not? So, is there a new fabric or a new kind of production process involved in the new collection? Is there anything kind of really new that you've just thought up and put into reality? Tell me.
We follow the fashion tendencies. That we mixed the cotton, the voile, the crepon, the georgette, with fabrics like the stripes poplin or poplin, cotton more structured.
Okay. Moving on, Twinset obviously is sold, you know, in many places. The Italian market is performing quite well. Has it? You know, we had a few years where it was a bit more difficult. Is it now a bit more stable? Is it looking better than, let's say, 2 years ago?
The people now, in this season in particular, find again the emotional part of their job. I mean, our clients are interesting, and the last season the market was like tired or not impressible. Instead now I think the people are more open, and it's a new
kind of atmosphere.
A new atmosphere, and the feeling is good.
Yeah. And do you have lots of interest from foreign markets, like, you know, Russia or Russia is important?
Yes. Russia for us is very important, and even Emirates and Dubai.
So the Middle East is important. As head of design, obviously these are very, you know, kind of commercial questions, but you seem to take an interest in this as well. Where are you based in Italy, actually? Okay. And do you produce most of your garments in Italy, or is it across Europe, or how do you do that?
We produce in Italy, but our products are very embroidered, and so these kind of things. The Indian are very good
at that.
They have a very good sensibility and feeling towards embroidery and laces. So India is one of our.
And you mentioned earlier that you know, you design these new pieces, and you look at how certain elements become more important in the market. So obviously you watch the market, but how do you understand what your target group really expects you to design? there's always kind of hit and miss, isn't it? But obviously you've got Twinset has a very distinctive DNA. So I have the feeling you always develop it further, but very gradually.
Yeah.
Is that true? Is that the kind of the guiding principle that you always go step by step and?
Yeah. We don't forget our origin and DNA, but we are starting to changing a little bit, even in the kids fashion. Now people and clients need product that's comfortable, and so we have to change even the fabrics and the material in stretched material, because for the necessity of the kids.
Yes. So stretch is becoming more important. Yeah.
Everything must be stretched.
I see. Okay.
Denim, to polyethylene, even the cotton must be stretched. Everything must be comfortable. This is the most important thing for the
which
kids.
production-wise is quite a challenge, isn't it? You know, you really have to adjust your production. You know, you have this cotton and stretch. You know, that needs to work together. Is that quite difficult to achieve?
No.
Is that okay?
No, because it's a request that is from all the markets.
Yes.
So even the production must be for them. It's important to try to satisfy the necessity of the brands.
Yes.
And so they are ready.
A final question, just touching on something like the changing consumption habits of our consumers. They are shopping still in shops, but they are shopping lots of online. They find information online. Do you have your own website? How do you, obviously you have your own website, but do you work hard on social media? Is that important to you, or what's your main focus when you speak to your target group?
For us, it's very important. The shop online is very important. But our products, our clients are used to touch the product. Because our product is quite emotional.
It's very elaborate. It's very rich.
And so you have to touch, to see the embroidery, to touch the lace, to touch the fabrics, just to appreciate what is the real soul of the brand.
So the stationary retail is continues to be very important.
Yeah, very important. Because it's even important because our client must be, as maybe all the clients, but for our products, and we were born with a look, and we propose a look in our mood. No, it's important the direct
relationship.
Relationship between the clients and the shop. The person that uses our products.
Yeah, everything comes together there, and they really have the full impression of the entire product, which obviously you can't translate on a website. Lovely. Thank you so much for your time. That was very, very interesting. You know how it's such a. I think it's not easy to. You always develop things in the right way, very gradually. So Twinset is.
The world and this changing are so fast now.
Yes,
And so every season is a new
challenge.
New challenge.
I think you're doing a very good job, I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much.